Hello, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and welcome to the webinar on mindset transformation. We've been doing a webinar for the last couple of days, which is a little different from what I normally do on my YouTube channel. So if this is your first time here to my YouTube channel, then I would encourage you to watch the first two parts of this webinar, which is all about improving your mindset and taking control of your life through doing that. I'm Victoria Gallagher. I'm a certified master hypnotist, and I have a website, hiptalk.com, for the past 18 years. You can go there. You can sign up for my free self-hypnosis video training course, and that is also going to give you a free download on inner peace, and it's also going to give you a discount code that you can use on any of my products as a first-time customer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move into this module on improving your mental health. This is module 3, and it's improving your mental health with the right food and sleep. So let's get started. What's key to understand here is that it's not just our thoughts that lead to changes in our life. It's just as important to have our biology and our lifestyle adequate. Our bodies and our minds exist in a very tightly linked cycle of activity. Our bodies and minds are connected. For instance, when you eat, this results in an increase in serotonin. Why? Because foods, especially carbs, contain an amino acid called tryptophan. When blood sugar increases, the body responds by releasing insulin, which triggers the absorption of glucose from the blood to be used for activity or stored as fat. But tryptophan doesn't get absorbed, and as such, it remains in your bloodstream. This then gets circulated to your brain, where it's converted into serotonin. That's because tryptophan is a precursor or building block for serotonin. This is why your mood tends to improve once you've eaten, and this results in the release of ghrelin to signal that you're getting full and to prevent you from overeating. Later on, that serotonin converts into melatonin, the sleep hormone. This is why everyone falls asleep after their Christmas dinner. That melatonin reduces activity in the brain, and this then triggers the release of other inhibitory neurotransmitters like GABA. Did you know that darkness also triggers the release of melatonin? And meanwhile, the longer you stay awake, the more adenosine, another inhibitory transmitter, builds up in the brain. This is partly what gives us that brain fog after a long, hard day, because it's a byproduct of the energy process used in brain cells. What all this means is that after a long day and a big meal, you're sure to start getting sleepier at the end of the day and find it harder to wake yourself back up and do something productive. That's not you being lazy or disinterested. That's you being at the mercy of your biology. Now, let's say that we do want to wake ourselves back up and be productive. What do? One simple option is to go outside. If it's light out, or shine a bright light. Sunlight triggers the release of cortisol, which, along with nitric oxide, it helps to wake us up. This is why we should avoid looking at our phones, our iPads, and all of that when we're getting ready for bed, because it does have a tendency to keep us awake much longer than we should. How about jumping in a cold shower? This stimulates the release of epinephrine, norepinephrine, and testosterone, waking you up and making you feel much more focused. It's the adrenaline that causes the hairs to stand up on your body. Loud noises can create enough shock to wake you up, and so too can hunger. When you're hungry, we have low serotonin in our brains, which in turn increases the cortisol, which is the stress hormone ratio. That's why we get anxious when we're hungry, and that's why some people also get hangry and angry at the same time. So there are all kinds of other interactions like this that can have a huge effect too. For instance, as pain is linked with anger, this explains why we're cranky when we have aches and pains. It also explains why if you keep flicking your dog's ear, or your cat's ear for that matter, eventually it's going to turn around and bite you. So we have to make use of the biology that we have. For starters, it's useful to recognize the role of your natural ebbs and flows and your biology. In other words, try not to get too alarmed if you find yourself feeling stressed or very tired. Likewise, try not to let anger cloud your judgment. Often, we'll shout at our loved ones when we're angry or stressed, partly because our perception of events has changed and we have a negative view. Remember, that's the angry you, and that may well simply be the result of cortisol or testosterone or all of the above. So try not to put too much stock in what you're thinking when you're feeling angry. This also means you can fix your mental state in all manner of ways. You can wake yourself up with a cold shower and some blue light being the term used to describe light with the same wavelength as the sun. If you're in a bad mood, then you should try to increase serotonin, which you can do with food or more sensibly by increasing vitamin C. Something else that triggers the release of serotonin is exercise. This is what causes what we know as the runner's high. If you want to perform at your very best, then use this information to try and improve your sleep. This will help you to wake up with your brain feeling far more refreshed and with much less brain fog slowing you down and making you groggy. Another tip is to sync your routine to these natural rhythms. If you're going to feel tired and content after a meal, then it's important to make sure that you've already done everything you want to do before you sit down and eat. Want to be more productive in the evenings? Shift your dinner back a half an hour. Likewise, recognize that you're likely to be productive straight after you've eaten lunch. Conversely, if you're going to try and think creatively, do so when you're relaxed and calm. Now here's a couple of ways that we can use our biology to combat stress. It's useful to know that you can use your body to calm stress and eventually eliminate what would otherwise be a panic attack. That's because our sympathetic nervous system, which controls our fight or flight response, as well as our opposite, rest and digest response, is tightly linked with breathing and heart rate. When you breathe quickly, it makes you more stressed and increases your heart rate. Conversely, though, if you breathe more deeply and more heavily, this helps to encourage a much calmer response and puts you more in the rest and digest state. Breathing deeply is thus one of the best ways to calm yourself down, and it's one of the best ways to prevent serious anxiety. So here's how to upgrade your mental energy. What's most important is that you ensure that you have the right diet and that you're in good shape. This is going to transform the performance of your brain by drastically increasing the ability to create neurotransmitters as needed and by increasing the amount of energy your brain receives. One way to do this is to consider using some form of multivitamin. This should contain vitamins like vitamin B12, vitamin B6, which are used to supply the brain with energy as well as help create a large number of neurotransmitters. Also used in the creation of many neurotransmitters and hormones are vitamin D, vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, and more. If you make sure you're getting these in your diet, then you will find it easier to switch from being highly focused to being relaxed and creative, and you will find your brain lasts longer before getting tired. Also particularly important is choline, which is a precursor to acetylcholine found in eggs. This can help improve your sensory perception, your alertness, and your memory all at the same time. Amino acids found in protein are critical for a wide range of neurotransmitters. Other nutrients that are important are those that improve the energy and function of the brain. Any vasodilators, for instance, such as garlic, will help get more blood and more oxygen to the brain, helping you to stay alert for longer. Creatine is a bodybuilding supplement also found in red meats, and this is great for reducing adenosine and also increasing mental energy. Studies show that this alone can be enough to boost your IQ. Omega-3 fatty acid improves cell membrane permeability, which means that neurons are better able to communicate with one another. And exercising regularly will help you to create more neural connections in your brain, increasing your ability to learn via heightened plasticity and brain-derived neurotropic factor. This will also increase your body's energy efficiency and help you to experience less stress. So, in short, it's highly important to eat a nutrient-dense diet and to train hard if you want to perform at your mental best. Get more nutrients and substance, avoid junk food and empty calories, which spike the blood sugar and throw our entire system out of whack. Sleep well, run and lift weights. As you do this, your brain will instantly start to become heartier, more efficient, and less groggy on the whole. And your performance and productivity will also grow to reflect that. And that concludes the information here in Module 3 of our Mindset Transformation webinar. I'm Victoria Gallagher. I hope you enjoyed this segment on helping you to increase your ability to improve your life through mindset training. And I offer a lot of mindset training on my website. Go to hiptalk.com, also personalgrowthclub.com, where I offer a free self-hypnosis video training course. It's step-by-step. It's delivered over 8 days, 8 videos, plus an inner piece 30-minute hypnosis session, which is absolutely free. Plus, I give you a big discount on all of my wonderful programs as a first-time customer. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, Hip Talk, and share this channel with all of your friends. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and also sign up for my free self-hypnosis video training course. Let others know about the fact that they can also learn self-hypnosis to help change your life for the better. So I will be back tomorrow with the next segment, the next module, mindfulness and CBT for improving your mindset. So be on the lookout for that. And when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will get email notifications, so you will know when these new videos are coming out. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.